Explain us on this, we have Professor M.K. Janakiraman, sir. Professor has started his services with Sky Yoga from 2002 onwards. He is associated with World Community Service Center for the last 18 years. He started the Sky Woman chapter. He is now Chief Advisor for the projects at WCSC, psychologist, family counselor, and have counseled thousands of families in the last 20 years. He conducted classes at Temple of Consciousness in Arya and Mission online courses, and actively involved in the village service project, visiting all adapted villages of World Community Service Center and improves the quality of family life in those villages. Professor also visits schools and colleges to motivate and empower our youngsters. So be ready to listen from our professor to know about love is all pervasive. Over to you, Professor. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Professor sir, Janakiraman sir. Sir, we could not see you. Sorry, we could not hear any voice.
Yeah, sorry. The audio was off.
Okay,
yeah.
sir.
Thank you, Mr. Professor Naresh.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the introduction. And can I share a presentation, please, if you allow me?
Sure, sir, please.
Yes. Thank you very much for the introduction. I want to thank the organizers of this today evening program and all those who are present here for your valuable time given to me to present a topic on love. Today, we are going to just introspect and see what I'm talking to you is all known to you, nothing new. Okay, you all know this much better than me. But just that a reminder for us and just see where we are and what we should do about it. So, to start that, all I will say is love is all pervasive. There is, wherever you go in this world, whatever we do in this place, okay, it's all about love. Say, just a quick introduction. What is love? It's a great and a strong feeling towards a person, a place, or a thing. You love somebody, you love certain products, you love some places. Okay, there's a liking to something. Okay, you feel there's a bonding towards somebody, or even could be an element, could be a product, could be jewels, could be anything for that matter. Okay, through this one through which you derive your sensory pleasures. Because we all want to be pleasurable in our life. So a person or a place or a thing or something like that gives us a pleasure and gives a lot of satisfaction. Because you feel a sort of achievement, feel happy, you feel that you got something which you deserve, or you got something out of the blue. Whom do we love, or on whom we keep our love? It can be a person or a product. It can be on human beings, or it can be on animals, birds, even plants. Could be even inanimate things. Could be a property. Or I love my ancestral home. Many times I see people saying that, no, I'm attached to my ancestral home. I want to live there. I want to spend my last days there. I want to go there and spend some time there. Or I want to buy this product. I love this particular thing. Okay, many of us are attracted to jewelries. Like that, we have even something inanimate, we get attached to it. Why should we love at all? Loving gives a sense of purpose for our life. I always say that purpose of life is love. It gives you an extra boost. You get boosted. You get boosted to something more, do something more. Lot of happiness is derived out of love. In a place where there is no love, place there is absolutely, there is no understanding. Okay, you feel absolutely lost. When there is love, when there's understanding, there's somebody to care for you. You feel a lot of happiness around you actually. It motivates you to just reach higher things in life. Somebody wants to get a promotion. Somebody wants to go into a education, want to study very well. Okay, suppose child studies. Mother goes and tells the child, don't worry, dear, I'm there for you. Okay, just shower some love. Gives a hug to the child. Okay, that makes a difference to the child. Child wants to achieve because my mother wants me to achieve. Yes, I'm doing it for myself, but my mother there is happiness out of it. And helps us also achieve new milestones in life. Could be in our life, could be in our workplace, could be in the family, could be in society. Society, I'm in certain forums, so I want to become something there. So this helps you to also achieve some new milestones in life and succeed. We all have goals in life. Okay, we all have some objectives, a vision. Okay, I want to get there, I want to go there. So this definitely gives you a new twist to your life itself. The universe is all about love. Let us take the evolution of the universe. Okay, from the universe, all the space, air, fire, liquid, or solid, whatever, everything came out of. Why it came like that? Why can't the universe left it like that? Because it has want to display love. It is the way the universe manifests its love. Because unless it does all this, there cannot be living beings. There cannot be people who can survive in this universe. So, out of love, the universe has manifested in different forms. How is space? Everything is in right proportion, absolutely right proportion. The earth moves, the sun moves, okay, whatever happens around, okay, the moon, whatever you take, any planet for that matter, they all revolve in certain speed, okay, to the precision, okay, to the last possibly, a millimeter or even less than that actually. Okay, there cannot be even a small, minute difference in it actually. And there are, as of now, there are 118 elements in the atomic table. All done chemistry. Okay, we all know there are 180 elements today. Every element has its own composition. Not even one says, okay, today I'll take a different route. I'll go in a different form. No. Because something differs, we cannot manage that. So nature ensures that it does not change at all. Absolutely, they are same and they never change with time. Let us take some of the elements which you've seen, our hydrogen, oxygen, platinum, gold. The mass is exactly the same. It doesn't change at all, absolutely. Why? Because it's again a display of love. Because a small change can make a havoc. So the nature does not want any change or any problem to be created for those living beings in the universe. So it's clear that I have to maintain this because I love my people. I love my own creation. Air, present everywhere actually. Does not care who comes into contact. Okay, a living being or a non-living being. It does absolutely without any fear or favor. It helps everybody actually. It does not show any differentiation whatsoever, rich or poor or whatever. Okay, same with the fire. Sun. It is very absolutely sure that comes every day morning and sets in the everyday night. Okay, it does not say, okay, today let me take off. Like I'm tired. Next 1 week I'll take off for some time. It doesn't do that. Because it loves. Again, everywhere, just let us look at it intrinsically. There's somewhere something, the universe says, okay, I love all those people, so I got to be there always. Water. 30% of Earth's surface is filled with water. We all know that. Actually, how old is the water? People say this. Statistics says 5 billion years old. It also says the water composition on the planet has not changed. The total quantity of water has remained the same for so many years, barring a very small portion which went out. So the entire water is 5 billion years old. But out of this 30% of water which we have in the earth, only 0.5% is drinkable, potable. So how do you manage? Because the sea water becomes cloud and gives us as rain, pure water. How the sea water, the salty water, how it became a pure water. Let us just think. The sea water evaporates, becomes a cloud, somewhere it goes and rains. And of all the forms of water, the rain water is the purest form. How? Is there a desalination plant in the sky above? How it happened? Because there is love in nature. The water thinks, okay, I mean, if it is going to be salty, people cannot use it. So I got to ensure that it is filtered properly, desalinated, and given to the people. Your trees, your animals, your human beings cannot survive otherwise. So again, there's a beautiful thing called the love in it. Let's look at the land. Earth is provided with all minerals that we require. Absolutely so many minerals and in enough number of quantities. And whatever you want, how much ever you want is available. And it is available for everybody actually. Whether it is a, let's say, okay, if you're a plant, you cannot come this way, that side, no. Okay, there's a plant or animals or human beings, okay, there is absolutely no division or says, okay, no, I don't like you, I don't like this person, I don't like that person, or trees cannot come here. All that doesn't happen at all. So if you see, all the various dimensions of universe is all a manifestation of love. How are we? Now, do we love the entire universe? We see love in plants. Sunflower plant, we all know. How do they display love? When the sun is there on a sunny day, the flower turns towards the sun every day. Morning it goes towards the east, then slowly moves towards the west. But on a day, on a rainy day, on a cloudy day, when there's no sun, the flowers, they look at each other. They share the energy that they have. No flower says, no, I won't give you energy. They all face each other and share love. Creepers and climbers. There are thousands of plants. They just creep and climb on trees, on walls, on inanimate objects. Not a single tree has told, no, don't climb on me. There are many creepers and climbers. They take the food from the bark of the trees. Never any tree told them, no, I won't give you food. Again, a display of love. Birds. You take any bird for that matter. Okay, every bird displays love in some form or the other. We all see parrots. When the master comes home, the parrot is so happy. It talks to the master. It welcomes him. Okay, lovebirds. Many of us have lovebirds at home. How do they display love? They are called as lovebirds. Animals. Dog is a very loyal to its master. You've seen many videos. A dog who lost the master after 10 years, 15 years comes and finds the master just with the scent of the smell. How? Purely love. Take a lion or tiger, animals in the forest. They don't hunt just because they want to keep old flesh. They're hungry, they hunt. They're not hungry, they don't. But what we do totally the opposite. We even hoard when we don't want it actually. The pranks of monkeys, you go to earlier, you can see hundreds of monkeys there. They all go around, play around, enjoy, and make all of us happy. They display love. The one runs and the young one hugs the mother and they all keep traveling around. Okay, we enjoy the sight of monkeys in earlier. Like that, you name any animal. They all display love in so many forms all over the universe. What are we? We are born out of love. And we are born for love. Because the bond, the child, okay, bonds the father and mother. Many families I see, when the child is born, the father and mother became much more closer. The bonding is much more different. But what do we actually do? What we do? Man is, okay, from the society is there, family is there, nature is there. He's not alone. See, we saw so many elements of nature. of the universe which displays love, man is a small speck in it. But how do we display love? What do we do? We don't care for nature at all. If only we cared for nature, the whole world wouldn't have been in a COVID situation today. We kill animals for fun. I want to show that I'm a great guy, I'm a hero. So I want to go around and cut and kill animals, sometimes many times for food also. Today, take forests, plants, for his personal needs, they just destroy. And there is absolutely, I would say, call them violence against nature in all forms. To take land, water, air, pollution, wherever you see. It's all man-made. We never see nature, okay, or animals or birds doing these things. For them, love is really true love. Whereas for us, love is not the real true love. What is the day-to-day life of man? Greed. I want everything for myself. More than my requirements. Many times more than requirements. Anger. I'm absolutely angry. I don't care whether you are my wife or husband or child or parents or friend or whatever they are. I will get angry with you on a continuous basis. Myself, and I want to keep everything for myself. I don't want to give to anybody actually. Immoral sexual behavior. Of late, in the last few years, I've come across many such abusive cases. Children. Incestual behavior. Sorry to say this. Today, I come across incestual behavior, okay, which is really sad. Okay, because when I see such people who are caught and suffering because of that, it really pains actually. But I don't know, why are you doing this? Why people are doing that? Okay, children, small children, 5 years old, 6 years old. I mean, really, I can't even fathom this actually. Complex. I am the best in the world. Nobody is better than me. Vengeance. This guy did this to me. I want to give it back to him. I will go after him. I will do this to him. I will ensure that I will take it tit for tat. I will do. Many families today, relationships suffer a lot. When the husband and wife are not in good terms, there's a problem. Who suffers the most? The husband or the wife? You can think. Actually, the most suffering is not for the husband, not for the wife, for the children. You don't understand that. Because today I see many children who suffer because there's a problem with the parents. We don't even understand that. There's no one to help. Where the children will go? Today, a family, even a husband and wife, a couple having problems, no one wants to go and help. No one wants to stick their neck out, let them suffer. We enjoy the other suffering. Today, television shows, the various dramas happening in the television. How are they? Beautiful, right? Wonderful. All are absolutely negative. Lack of love everywhere. And we all love sitting and watching that. Today, suppose I take a drama, I take a play with full of love, excellent family, happy husband, happy wife, very great children, all absolutely everything is fine. Realistic, beautiful family. Let me tell you honestly, nobody watched that movie or the film or the drama. We all want to be negative, see negative, think negative, and look for negative things. Why advertisements are so negative? Because there is lack of love for the other human being. So everywhere we see is all about lack of love. And people are selfish. I want everything for myself. I don't care what happens to my neighbor. I'll dump my trash in my neighbor's house or neighbor's front area. I'm not bothered what happens to that person. See, actually it is not. I'm not saying that it is happening everywhere, but it's happening rampantly nowadays. So it is time for us to relook at all this. How are the families? How is the husband-wife relationship? Thanks to COVID, it has become worse. I thought COVID will make the families bond better. I've seen my wife's coming and telling me, I can't stand my husband. He used to just look at me only once in the morning, once in the evening, Today the whole day he's at home. I can't tolerate him. I cannot tolerate my wife. Day by day, this is deteriorating on a continuous basis. Children are completely ignored. Many families, we see children are not bothered. Parents don't care about the children. See, they all talk in a very, very important way. If the children has to be beautiful, wonderful, intelligent, smart, the parents are the reason. The genes play a big role there. So if your child has got to be good, got to be intelligent, your relationship is extremely important. But when has to be important? Before the child is conceived in the mother's womb. When the child is 4 months in the mother's womb, the 4th month of pregnancy, from then onwards, okay, the child understands what's happening around. So it's very important that the mother and father, before they even think of a child, before they even conceive, before they plan for the family, they should be sure, I'm going to be a Vedatriyan. I will ensure my relation with my wife, my husband, is very good, so that the child is born of good nature. We don't respect elders at all. Today we see so many old age homes. I can tell you a small happening. I came across a lady who came to me sometime back for counseling. She's 93 years old. She has 5 children, very rich, socially very well known people. To tell 2 names, you all will know them. They are very powerful, money, absolutely filthy rich. Mother's getting old, so all the 5 children go to the mother and they say, Mummy, you're getting old, let us split the property. Mother says, fine, go ahead. But one request from the mother, I am living in the house where I am staying right now alone. Do not divide this property. This property could divide after my time. Children don't agree. No, don't worry, Mama. We will take care of you. You are very important to us. We are very kind with you. Don't worry, we will take care of you. Yeah, children have been so far so good. So Mommy agrees. Go ahead. So properties are split. Registered, all done. 2 months, absolutely fine. Nothing went wrong. The 3rd month, the point came as to where the mother will stay. So all those 5 children gave different reasons and said, no, my mommy cannot stay with me. I have X, Y, Z reasons. Finally, the mother has to find a place to stay. She found a old age home. Currently, it lasts about a year and a half. She's staying in the old age home. But she has to pay 10,000 rupees per day because she doesn't have money. Okay, because all the money, property, everything split. So all the children go to the mother and say, Mummy, don't worry. We all will give you 2,000 rupees per day. Sorry, per month. So 10,000 rupees met. The mother tells the children, sorry, thank you so much. I don't want your money. My husband's pension of 10,000 rupees is there. So I'll manage with that. So she's just paying the pension amount to the old age home. The last 1.5 years she's there. The last 10 months, not none of the 5 children have gone and met her. Not even talked to her. This is not a stray incident. This is not a rare incident. We see this happening on a daily basis. Children are affected in a very bad way. They all get a wrong behavior. Today in schools, there's a drug. Children are selling because they want to make some pocket money. They sell drugs in the school. The school premises, drugs are available. It's not a stray incident. Because again, Chennai I've seen other small towns also we are seeing, okay, drugs are freely available. There is absolutely no sharing of love. No one cares. Everybody wants to amass wealth. I want property, I want money, I want this, I want that. Nobody understands what they're losing. And there is no care at all. There's no concern between family members for each other. Now, who are we? We are a Vedatriyan family. For us, love is prime. Vedatriyan is all about love. Maharishi has given, whatever he has given, you just go deep into it. It's all just love and love, nothing else. With your family, society, the world at large, Maharishi talks about just love and nothing else. He talks about understanding and adjustment. He says ATS, adjustment, tolerance, and sacrifice. So when our Maharishi has told all this, are we following this? Just let us introspect, let us see. If only we make a small difference, we can adjust my wife, my husband, will it be different, better? Suppose if I go and tell my wife, no, I'll adjust with everything with you, whatever you say is fine with me, will she call the whole world and trumpet that my husband is under my control? No. Within the four walls, all happens. End of the day, it's going to be a blissful life. We got to nurture relationships. Whatever relationship we are in, at home, outside, around us, friends, relatives, we got to nurture and see where I can help them, how I can help them. Look for opportunities to help them. You must have a great attitude to help everybody. Because today, we are blessed with a great Guru. Nobody else has got such a wonderful Guru. So this gentleman, this wonderful Guru has given us so much. Okay, why cannot we help everybody with this knowledge? Or somewhere you can help them. It need not be money. It can be a word. It can be some time that you spare. 10 days back, I got a call from a lady. She's in a place down south. She spoke to me for about an hour. Someone gave my number to her. She said, she was very emotional. She said, I have a daughter who is a physiotherapist. She's 23 years old, physiotherapist, very nice lady. And she's earning a lot of money. She's not practicing in any hospital. She has her own clinic at home. She makes 10,000 rupees per day. My daughter is very beautiful. My daughter is very capable, very knowledgeable. She's an artist. She's a dancer. And she was raving about her. Then she said, but she does not listen to me at all. She fights with me always. We are not able to see each other every day. And about 6 months back, I have got her engaged. And another next month is a marriage. So all this was telling. So I told her, don't worry, you bring your daughter. Come to Chennai, let us meet, we'll talk in detail. Then she burst out and said, last night, she committed suicide. 23 years old. Okay, and this girl, night 10 o'clock, mother and daughter together, they're talking together, small quarrel happened. She just went. She went to sleep in her room. Morning, she was not there. This lady is asking me, what did I do wrong? As a mother, have I failed? So like this, we see many things happening. What is our role there as a Vedatriyan? You look for people who are having problems. Look at their face. Go and say, put a hand around them. Okay, and say, how are you? Sometimes a small word will make a life live for a long time. Could be a child, could be an elderly person, could be anybody for that matter. Okay? Because I always say, every Vedatriyan is a psychologist. Because Swamiji has given Manavala Kalai. He has not given a body, something related to the body. What he has given to us is something to understand our mind, how the mind behaves. So it's extremely important that we all of us here, okay, must definitely play the role of a psychologist, counseling, okay. Look for opportunities in your locality, in your building where you stay, your neighborhood. There will be somebody having some issue or the other. And let us all have a contented life, composed, cool and calm. And whenever possible, let us share something with people and ensure that we live a chaste life. Compassion must be in our blood. I'm compassionate. And whatever problem happened, okay, it's fine. I'll forget. I'll move on in life. This is what is the need of society today. You look for go anywhere in the world. There is problem, and problem. Yesterday I was talking to somebody. Then I was saying the US is going towards disaster. The gentleman, he has traveled many times to US. His children are in US. He tells me US is going toward disaster. We were discussing for about half an hour. We were taking a walk together. He said the country is in a disaster because it is drugs everywhere. It is arms everywhere. Okay, and there's absolutely no bond between people. And also the country is in huge debts. Yeah, we all know that. So if this is what happens to a big country like US, imagine small countries what will happen. Because of time, everybody gets on the same bandwagon. So as Vedatriyan, our role is becoming a lot more important. So what we should do? It is time that we understand, okay, our role. Okay, what I should do as individual, what I should do. First of all, you ensure that you are fine. You are absolutely fine, healthy, and you are not dependent on somebody else. If we don't take care of our health, we become a burden on the society, sometimes on your family itself. So it's extremely important that we take care of ourselves absolutely very well. And sky practices for the body, mind, and soul. The Vedatriyam, we follow on a daily basis. If we do not follow, we cannot preach. Because suppose I go and preach somewhere, they ask me, why are you practicing? Because you don't even not practicing it. So I can't even look at them again. And at home, between your life partner and yourself, how's the relationship? It's great. It's something fantastic. You can rave about. See, every house has a problem. I'm not saying that, there's no house with, all weather must be absolutely problemless. It's not that way. There'll be issues here and there. But it should not go beyond a point. Today morning you have a problem. Before night you sort it out. Okay, do not carry it forward on a continuous basis. And your children got to be given the maximum amount of love and tender love, a lot of love and care. And our Maharishi always says, respect to women. Because he held always a special place for women. Whether it is your daughter, your wife, your daughter-in-law, your mother, your mother-in-law, your friend, your colleague, you name anybody you meet somewhere in society or at home, they got to be respected. Today, women are facing a lot of problems in society. Recently, I met a lady who is a working woman because they work at home, they work at office also. She was coming and feeling very bad. She had some problems in the office. Okay, somebody is trying to create problem for her. She cannot tell the husband. She said, if you tell my husband, he'll say, stop working. She wants to make money because financially they are not well off. So she has to definitely work, but she cannot share the problem with the husband. And she cannot complain in the office also. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, it is not a rare instance. Today, there are many and many cases we see. So let us all as Vedatriyans respect that wonderful lady at home and all the wonderful women that we come across in society because we are a Vedatriyan. Because Maharishi has told, Maharishi has given a reason to us, hundreds of reasons to us, why a lady at home should be respected. Now, let us be an example. Let us share love wherever is possible. If we don't share, who else will share? Let us show, display love in anything and everything that we do. Let it be people, let it be animals, let it be plants, whatever you come across, let it be even inanimate things. Let us display love. When people see you, what about this guy here? Why this lady is like this? No, because she or he is a Vedatriyan. That should be the way we are understood. That's the way we are recognized in society. Oh, this man is absolutely pious. He's very, very friendly. He's very lovable. He's so nice with everybody. Why? Because he's a Vedatriyam. Let us take this Vedatriyam all over the world. It's our duty. It is, sorry, 1 second. It's part of our duty. This is what we have to give back to our Maharishi. What did Maharishi ask for? He asked for world peace. Let us start that from our house, from our homes, from our society, from our neighborhood. And this is what we should probably engulf everybody, wherever possible, bring them onto the Vedatriyam bandwagon. And Vedatriyam is all about love. Let us respect every person that we come across and bless everybody. Blessings are a beautiful thing which works wonders. Let me share something recently happened. One of our online course participant, some of you may know this, last week he sent a note. He is in Sweden. The gentleman, he attended the foundation course. He liked the concept of Swamiji's blessings. What he did at home, he did an experiment. He brought 3 glass bowls, big bowls, 3 bowls separately. Now all the 3 bowls, he filled them with rice. In one he wrote love. In one he wrote anger. The third one he left like that. Then every day, the one with love, he'll keep on blessing. Valga Valamudan, Valga Valamudan, Valga Valamudan. He continuously went on saying this. The one with anger, hatred, he was using cursing words. The other one left it like that. After 30 days it is an experiment. The one he started cursing by his thought force, by his words. They all become very black, absolutely nasty, unusable. They did another experiment wherein he kept these 3 in a different room, not in the same place, a different room, all the 3 in a different room, and he started blessing from a different place, different room. He wanted to know whether it works or not. By his thought force, thinking about the glass bowl, he started cursing on the one and blessing the other one. Wherever he blessed, okay, they were absolutely fine. Nothing happened to them. And there's nothing wrong, nothing, it is all actually beautiful. Whereas the one which is red, normally, they saw some smells started coming. The one who started cursing, they all become black. He sent the photos to us. Okay, I asked him to make a slide article on it. Okay, this is what the blessings can give to all of us. And we are all armed with this wonderful knowledge of Vedatriyam. And we together can make a difference. Love is all pervasive. Let us start today. No, not today, now. Okay, so this is what going to be a seed for world peace, which is a dream of Swamiji. Let us start this journey now. On that note, I want to thank all of you for the opportunity. It is a pleasure to talking to all of you, and I'm sure you'll have some questions. If you have any questions, let us discuss that. Thank you very much. Wish you all a wonderful evening. Valga Valamudan.
Valga Valamudan. Thank you very much, Professor. On behalf of all the listeners, we thank you so much for a powerful and soul-reaching speech. Love is anything, love with everyone. Vedatriyam is all about love. Professor has explained with all practical life examples to explain about the pervasiveness of love all across. I'm sure this would have helped several. Thanks once again, sir. Now the forum is open for the discussion. Please click the raise hand button in your Zoom app to ask your questions. While you get ready with the questions, we have some important announcements to make. Practice Kayakalpa Yoga regularly. We have kayakalpayoga.edu.in, a website or Android app to learn Kayakalpa Yoga sitting at home. Now all our WCSE courses are available in kundaliniyoga.edu.in, the website which gives online education in Sky Yoga for everyone. Please make use of it. Refer to your friends and relatives. Our monthly journal Anbuli app, Anbuli is also available in Android app. Access it, get access to all precious Swamiji speeches. Connect us with Facebook and YouTube channel of Sky Yoga TV, SKYYOGA TV, to listen to all past speeches of our professors. Karma Yoga principles recommend whether to suggest to donate at least 1% of your income to the good causes of society. Please be generous and contribute to the society. You can do to World Community Service Center through the website vedatri.edu.in. You would also be eligible to claim Section 80 GIT exemptions for these donations. Now we are moving to the questions. Professor Rajaraman is there. Sir, we are unmuting you. Please go ahead with your question. Professor Rajaraman, we have unmuted from our end, sir. You can ask your question.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Rajara from Chennai, Padanangal Sky Center, sir.
Yes,
Be
sir.
blessed,
Great,
divine. Thank you, Professor, sir. I heard your lecture on love is all pervasive, giving me lot of examples for lack of love and so many exposures and diagrams I enjoyed. But I got a lot of doubts for love. Even though love looks at positive attitude, I got some misconception. Can you please explain, sir?
Yeah, tell me, sir, what is the misconception?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. First of all, I had to thank you for giving me a perfect answer. Why rainwater is 100% pure? I got the doubt for a long time. You have clarified it because love prevails in inanimate matter. That is justified. I am very much happy you explained that matter very well. Now, coming to questions, love. In one picture, I saw some playing cards racked side by side and found one man standing there, and other side, one or two cards disbanded. I want to know what you want to expose, what lesson we have to learn, sir. One question. Then, in Vedatrium love, you showed some 5 C's: contentment, charity, chastity, all this. Finally, compassion and condon, one word there, C-O-N-D-O-N-D. I want to know the meaning of condon. Then, initially, in your beginning, man is born for...
So can I do one thing? Can I take one by one so that I don't forget the questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, thank you so much for your wonderful questions, sir. It shows how much care you've taken to go through it.
Yes.
First of all, the stack of cards.
Yes.
I put there, okay, because I was talking about the family situation.
Oh, I see.
The family is like a pack of cards, one stacked on above the other. Okay, the children, the mother, the father, the grandparents. Somewhere the cards spill over because that is not being treated properly. They are ignored. They are not given the right love. That's why I've shown a few cards falling off. Okay, not properly standing on the stack.
Okay.
That's the reason I have shown that, sir.
Okay, sir. Then out of 5...
Okay, now coming to the second one.
There are some C, contentment, composure, chastity thing. Last one, compassion and condon. What is that condon?
Yeah. Okay. Contentment, composure, charity, chastity, compassion, and condone. Condone means pardoning. Okay. Condone means, okay, what we do, we don't pardon people. Somebody did something wrong to you. Okay. So I'm saying, okay, my wife did something wrong to me. I want to give it back to her. I want to just take vengeance on her.
Yes.
Your vengeance, it is condoning.
Okay. Good, sir. Then, man is born for love. You said in one of the statements, I agree with you. But the contrary, I see in the world, society, some people doing wrong. We saw Hitler and we saw so many terrorists. Why they are not endowed with love?
Okay. See, actually, You are right, sir. Today, if only everybody had love, there will be no wars, there will be no arms, ammunitions, and there will be no Hitlers, and there will be no, LTTs or whatever. The point here is, why they are like that? It's a karma. Okay, in the past, okay, there's karma from so many, thousands of years accumulated. Okay, that's the only way they have to go through the karma. We can't help it. But if only somebody can be there, and if only Vedatri Maharishi's Vedatriyam can be definitely impart to them. If we can go there, okay, we can go to certain places. Maybe you can take the terrorists, okay, take the session for them. Explain to the Vedatriyam. Or 100 people, may at least 10, 20 will definitely change. Okay, we will not go to the terrorists. At least forget about terrorists. Even people who are living a normal life,
yes,
we are behaving like terrorists at home. I see, fights in homes, violence in domestic violence, okay, wife being hit, husband being hit. I always say, why does an husband beat a wife? What's the reason? People say, no, he wants a manly, he wants to show that. There's only one reason, sir. In my account, I have only one reason. The reason is, he thinks my wife will not hit me back. If only one wife gives it back to her, the person, will he ever touch their wife?
No.
So, actually, if you see that way, there is violence everywhere. If only we all together go and wherever possible, bring them into the Vedatriyam fold, as you say, all these negative things will not be there, sir.
Okay, so sir. Finally, initially you talked about the purpose of love is for perfection. I don't remember. Purpose of life, I saw one word.
Okay.
I am not able to complete the sentence. But already, what is purpose of love? Especially purpose of life is for get perfection. What do you mean purpose of life? The initial talk, I don't remember the word.
The love is all pervasive, I said. Then I said, what is love and why should we love? That's one?
Yes, the beginning.
It says it is a sense of purpose for our life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, what for that one?
Okay, what I meant was, the purpose of life is to just display love.
Oh, I see.
See, actually, because I am born to love others.
Yes.
I am born to share love. I am born to display love. Many times what happens is, we all keep love inside the heart or inside the mind. We don't display it. When only something wrong happens, for example, I told about that girl, 23-year-old girl who died.
Yes, it will.
I'll tell you one thing, sir. That girl, 23-year-old girl, has made a 2-page suicide note. The mother sent it to me. I'm having the suicide note with me. That note, at least about 2 pages, she wrote in red ink, at least about 30 places. She writes, Amma, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. But I mean, why she died? Okay, karma. What else we can say?
Yes. Okay, sir. Thank you for very good clearance.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Rajaraman. Now the next question is from Mrs. Radha Ravichandran. Ma'am, we are unmuting you. Please go ahead with your question.
Good evening, sir. Thanks for an excellent speech, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Sir, I have 2 views. I won't say questions. 2 views. One thing is that about nature you spoke in the beginning. Maharishi actually says that as compassion. So I want to know I know the difference between love and compassion as given in the book. That is to keep it together and to supply what it is needing.
You keep going.
That is compassion, and to keep it together is love. But practically, in what you said, what is love and what is compassion, whether they coexist, when love is there, compassion is there, or it is different. That is one thing. If you want to answer, then I will keep my second view.
Answer this. See, compassion coexists with love. Love need not coexist with compassion.
Okay.
Because sometimes we see friends, families, relatives, okay, where we see there is love, but they're not compassionate. They don't go beyond the next level. Yes, I love my wife, I love my children. But what do you do for them? What have you done for them? Are you going extra mile to do something for them? We are not done that. But compassion will not come without love. So compassion, next step of love, but love can stop there and need not be compassionate. That's what I want to share, man.
So, but what is in nature is actually compassion, no, sir? Then
compassion is when you go beyond a point where you feel inside there's a love for you, a love for your fellow being, okay, and you want to display that in a different form. That's where the compassion comes. Okay, my wife is suffering. She has some health issues. Okay, I go sit with her. I give her some massage. I give her some balm. Okay, I talk to some nice, kind words. That is compassion.
It is beyond relationship, you are telling, sir.
Sorry?
It is beyond relationship. You want to... Actually, in Tamil, we say Anbu Pasam, no, sir. It is... Pasam is shown only to the near ones. Anbu Karuna is compassion, but in Anbu itself, there is Pasam, where you show only to relatives, relationships. But Anbu is something, it is all pervading, without any difference between anybody, any living being. When you show, that is called as Anbu. That in Tamil they say. But in English, there is only one word love to explain everything, sir.
That's right.
So the second view is, I think I can take the liberty to share with you. You talked about so many things. Initially also you told that so many negative things are being told. But there are so many positive things happening in this world. People show so much of love and compassion. Auto driver, he is going around the city and looking after so many people who are living in the platform. He takes care, he shaves them, he baths them, he gives them food. Why not we narrate some positive incidents also when we talk about love and compassion, so that serves as an inspiration for us to also be like that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, beautiful, ma'am. Very well put. See, actually, what I want to bring out in this session was, compared to what it was before, is it becoming better or is it deteriorating? I would say it's deteriorating. It is becoming bad. So if you say all positive things, then you've got to give a feeling that it is balanced. What I want to bring out of the whole thing is, the last, take your parents' time. Take your time. Take your children's time. It is becoming worse and worse and worse. So I just gave a lot of negative examples just to emphasize the world is not in a good place, good hands right now. That's where, as Rathatriyans, our role is becoming a lot more important. Just to emphasize that, as I just said, I did not mean to say that there is nothing positive at all. I fully agree with you. There are so many positive things we are hearing about across the globe, everywhere is happening. Okay, but compared to what it was before, it is slowly coming down. The tolerance, acceptance is not there nowadays. Okay, that's where I'm saying, as Rathatriyans, we have a bigger role. Okay, Swamiji has given us a big task, a nice task, a lovable task. Let us use that and see how much we can do as our orbit to this world peace. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for answering all the questions patiently. It's time for us to express our gratitude to professors. Let's come into Turiya state.
I think Madam Radha has come again.
No, I think we have not.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Just one more question, sir.
Yes,
sir, how do we command respect as an elder among the young people? What is it that we should do to command respect among the youngsters, that is young generation, as elders? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thanks for your reply, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. See, actually, ma'am, today, if we are many places where we don't command respect, we demand respect. That's one problem. Okay, we demand, you will not get it. What you should do is, you first show love there. For example, take a child at home. When I do sessions for parents, I tell them, as a psychologist, I would say, you do not have the right to beat or scold your children under any circumstances, under any age, for any reason. So, but today we see elderly children getting beaten, small children getting beaten. You see, I put a slide. I don't know how many of you understood that. Sexual issues, child issues, okay? There's an incest behavior. I don't know if you have understood that incest behavior. Okay, incest behavior means, okay, somebody who's very close to the child, okay, creating problem for the child. Who? The father misbehaving with the daughter. I'm currently handling a case, a father who is misbehaving with a 5-year-old daughter. The mother has come to me. She's crying. I'm not able to stop this fellow. Whenever they both are alone, when I'm not in the vicinity, he misbehaves. The child comes crying. Where are we going? What are we doing? It's really sad to see all this. But definitely, as Vedatrians, we all can make a difference. Let us together do that. There are, I think, 1 or 2 questions in the chat box. Okay, okay, I think there is one person, actually, I don't know, slightly different question. Okay, we just put a question. He says, I'm not able to feel Agni, even though I'm practicing regularly for the past 6 months. Okay. See, my request to all of you is, whoever is practicing meditation, don't expect anything. Don't have any expectations at all. What you do is, you spend the 20 minutes on meditation, sit silently, okay? But what happens is, when you sit silently for some time, you need not, okay, what are, actually, if you ask you, what are you expecting to feel there? You don't even know. Somebody will say, I'm getting a tingling sensation. Somebody will say, I'm getting a pain in the Agnya area. Okay, everybody will have a different experience. But in 6 months, if you practice, definitely you will see a difference in your body and mind. Your temper would have come down. Your anger would have gone. So those are the differences this particular Agnya meditation gave you. So don't expect something. So I've seen many people, for 1 year, they will not get any feeling at all. Okay, it will take some time. Some people get it faster, but don't worry about that. But you have started. That is a great thing. Okay, definitely after some time, you will start getting much more feeling. You start getting a lot of feelings you will start getting. Definitely it will happen. But as of now, at this stage, just sit continuously. Don't bother. Don't expect anything. Expectations reduce joy. Thank you very much. And of course, another point somebody has put privately to me. Okay, thank you very much to you. Examples from your field is so arresting too. Thank you so much. Arresting is okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Mr.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Let's come to Turiya State. Professor Kumar Shrikant for the meditation and Professor Janagraman sir for the wonderful speech. Let us bless them. Professor Uma Shrikant, be blessed by the divine. Her good health, be blessed by the divine. Her loving family, be blessed by the divine. Her divine services, be blessed by the divine. Professor Janagraman, be blessed by the divine. His good health, be blessed by the divine. His loving family, be blessed by the divine. His divine services, be blessed by the divine. We are happy to bring the following online programs from live from Adyar Temple of Consciousness tomorrow morning 5:15, 9 Center Meditation in Tamil by Kumbhakonam Zone.